Alright, so we are missing the Staff of the Dead as well as the pet. And you know something else about this kill count that I don't like? It is not 1,000. I'm only 800 kills here at Zamorak. So today we are going to be soloing Zamorak for 10 hours. Might go a little longer than that, but I just want to be able to get to at least 1,000 kills. And depending on our luck, we might go past that. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I got some good feedback on the Bowman video, but I did spend about 30 hours there and made roughly 70 mil. Since Zamorak is my least favorite God Wars dungeon boss, which explains the low kill count, today I'm only going to be spending 10 hours here versus the 30 hours that I spent at Sarah. Hopefully we have better luck because that Bowman video was very dry for the most part, but for some reason I've always had really good luck at Zamorak, and I also don't have the pet here unlike Bowman. So hopefully we'll get some luck today, and of course we'll be stacking up and doing all the hard and elite clue scrolls throughout this video at the very end, so stay tuned for that. There's our first successful kill. I just used my Fang on the first minion. I call this minion Bullfrog, and then once he dies, I put on my Blood Ancient Scepter, and I just go ahead and Blood Barrage the other two minions. This always gives me 108 HP, so that I can start every fight with full HP, which is always nice, and the Blood Fury helps out a lot here too. Originally, I didn't really know what to do for this video, but I've always soloed Zammy. I've never duoed it, and I've tried a lot of different setups here, but what I went with this time was I was praying melee, and I was using an Elysian and Missouri to absorb the magic hit. I'm not the greatest at Zammy, honestly, and these 1,000 kills is probably one of the bosses that I'm the least experienced at, but in this video I hope to get a little bit better and make some money, and I have a really good feeling about today's video. But first, okay guys, so this is insane. Please hear me out. I really think you're gonna like this. What if I told you that not only you would be given a free legendary plus 2 strong epic heroes, but you can also win a free gaming console. I repeat, a free gaming console. And if that's not enough, there will also be Amazon gift cards with a total value of $10,000 and a lot of other in-game prizes. So what do you have to do to win? It's very simple. Raid Shadow Legends. Yes, they are the sponsor of today's video, and they are celebrating the arrival of spring in Teleria with a special spring hunt minigame. Simply download Raid now using the link in the description below and head to springhunt.plarium.com so you can enter your Raid ID and join the competition. On top of that, Raid is also celebrating community weeks dedicated to the Raid players. Since they know people love free stuff, they're also giving everyone a legendary champion, Chroniker Adeline, and a promo code to all users. She's amazing at placing valuable debuffs while bypassing the block debuffs buff, so build her with plenty of accuracy. If you haven't started playing yet, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen right there to get insane bonuses only available via my link. You will immediately get a starter pack with an epic champion, Tyrell from the High Elves faction. Many players consider Tyrell to be the very best epic champion that Raid Shadow Legends has to offer. And you'll get another starter pack after reaching level 25 that includes an epic Raptor Draft. She is one of the strongest support epics that you'll definitely need in your collection. Don't forget that all these champions are available after downloading via my custom link or scanning the QR code, and if you go directly to app stores or use any other link to download, you won't get these packages that Raid has to offer. Now after downloading the game via my link, use the promo code SPRINGHUNT24 to get silver and more. It's available both for new and existing players, so come find me under the name Mr. No Sleep and join my clan so that we can fight together on the battlefield. And a big thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. Alright, back to the grind today. Got another kill coming in, and there it is, our first drop of the video. Zamorak Spear, 5 kills in. This was the second inventory, I believe. Some inventories were better than others as it goes for the amount of kills I got. But yeah, this drop is actually 1 in 127, so it's not that hard to get this. I mean, you can pretty much be guaranteed 2 spears in 10 hours if you have the normal rate of kills an hour here. And it's very similar to just receiving a Bowman sword at, Commander Zilliana, but the difference is the Bowman sword is only 200k, the Zamorak Spear is 5 million GP. To think that that thing used to be 15 mil, so let's go ahead and throw it into this price check. Got a few kills in this inventory, not the greatest, but 140k in normal loot, and then 5.1 mil with the spear included. Also managed to complete a hard clue scroll, and we'll be saving all of those. So another kill coming up here. We are getting another drop already, and this one, guys, is the most expensive. Zamorak hilt. This is not the item that I needed. We need that staff for the collection log, but I will happily take this. It shows 22.6 mil, but this is actually worth 28 mil. That's right, the Zamorak Godsword that stayed at 3 mil or 5 mil for so many years is actually close to 30 mil right now. You're probably wondering why the title isn't ZGS is 30 mil. Well, you know, I don't know. It's a lot of money. It definitely went 10x up in price, but, you know, we just used that ACB title. So we're going to just keep it as is, and my luck is real strong right now. I mean, we are 15 kills into the video, and we've already made over 30 million GP, so I'm happy with that. Just goes to show that you might have a long dry streak at one boss, but you might be also lucky at another boss, and that can happen anywhere and everywhere. So that's what I love about bossing in general. It's why I do so much of it, because at certain bosses I'm really lucky at, and that really helps my bank. And other bosses, you know, I might not make as much money, but maybe I'll get a pet. Maybe I'll get my boss kill count looking nicer. So at the end of the day, everything's a positive here. And one thing I can say about Zamorak is that it'll probably never be my favorite God Wars boss. It's probably, as a matter of fact, going to always be my least favorite, but it's always been so good to me, whether it's this account or my Iron Man account. My Iron Man account has only killed this boss about 200 times, but I've gotten everything on him as well, except the Staff of the Dead. So yeah, I just have a lot of good luck here. But I don't enjoy the fact that you take so much damage, even when you're in max setup. Like, I could go with the whole tank setup where I'm just praying magic and I'm trying to deflect the melee hit, but I feel like it's all the same. Maybe one day if I get a Tumakin, I can maybe try this boss out a little more efficiently. I definitely think I'll save future PVMing here and pet grinds here for that. I think coming back here with like max on max setup would make this more beneficial. But I'm still no expert here. If you have any advice on how you do some efficient solo Zammy, leave it in the comment section below. I mean, of course, it always depends on your budget and just your skill set, but for the most part, I like this setup. It's been a long time since I've purchased an Elysian. If you're wondering how I was able to do that, I did recently make 150 mil flipping an item. It was a third age item, and yeah, I was holding on to it for about 3 weeks, but once I got rid of it, I just used that money to buy an Elysian and Missouri. 100 kills into the video, about 5 hours in. Why is this 112 using a rune scimitar? What is he, locked to the God Wars dungeon? So yeah, it's nice to see me in something other than crystal. But either way, these kills are just continuing here. The normal drop table isn't the greatest. You know, you can expect rune scimitars, adamant plate bodies, adamant arrows poison. There's really not much to speak on there. Maybe a dragon dagger here and there. That Zamorak hilt that we already received was 1 in 508, and the Staff of the Dead is also 1 in 508. Now, the staff is about 14 mil versus the 28 mil that the hilt is, but we need it for the collection log, so hopefully we see that soon. Well, we are 120 kills into the video, and you may be looking at the screen thinking, man, the screen looks a lot different than it did a minute ago. Well, I'll explain that in a second, but there's our second Zamorakian spear, another 5 mil to the price check. That's incredible. Like I said before, you are always most likely guaranteed 2 spears in 10 hours, so let's go for 3. But yeah, getting back to the graphics, guys, the first half of this video, I was in my normal graphics setting, just HD 117, and most of you guys like it. A lot of you guys have been pointing out, though, that my graphics just look off. So what you're seeing on screen here is without HD turned on at all. That 117 plugin is not turned on, and this is just with the GPU plugin turned on. Do you think this looks nicer? Do you prefer this compared to what it was 2 minutes ago? Please let me know in the comment section below, because one thing I never had to worry about was my graphics. I just never did. It always looked good, but I guess I changed a setting like 6 months ago, and people really started to point it out. So yeah, let me know what you guys prefer to see. Maybe there's another content creator out there that just has the best old school RuneScape graphics, and you can recommend me to check them out, and yeah, I'd really appreciate that. So let me know what you think below. Do you like the white or do you prefer the blue? The blue would be the HD, the white would be the GPU plugin. So yeah, I'm really bad at explaining things, but hopefully that makes sense, and thank you guys for your feedback. But either way, we are continuing on here. Another clue scroll acquired. We're going to put that in the bank. I think my best kill trip here was probably about 20 kills, and that was just dumb luck. I felt like Zamorak just forgot how to hit in that inventory because he just never damaged me. Some inventories, honestly, I would teleport after 3 kills, so it just depends. I mean, sometimes I would just tank and absorb damage with this Elysian, and other times he would just hit me like I'm not not even wearing it. All right, 150 kills into the video so far. We have about, at this point, probably about 60 kills left until we hit 10 hours total. Had a close call at Edgeville Bank there, but luckily Redemption saved me. And yeah, as goes for the ash drops, they are worth a decent amount of money if you were to collect them, but to save inventory space, I just scatter them for prayer XP. But there's another drop, guys. This one is the one that you don't want to see. Godsword Shard 3. Managed to get this a lot from Commander Arianna as well, but you never want to get a shard from the boss because this drop is a 1 in 762. Technically, it's 1 in 254 for any Godsword shard, but nevertheless, it's rarer than an item, and I don't like it. As well as getting an uncut sapphire. I actually got 2 of those throughout this grind, but looks like that's only 1 in 156, and I did not hit the rare drop table other than that, so I'm very thankful for that because Commander Arianna just all she did was give me the rare drops that are worth less than 10k. But not Zamorak, you know, he's much nicer. Well, there's an elite clue scroll. That's 1 in 250. We'll try to make that into a master, but we'll see how that goes either way, and we'll get a casket from it. The pet here is 1 in 5,000, so that's just a dream, though. I mean, it's probably one of the coolest God Wars dungeon pets compared to the other ones. Oh, there's another Godsword Shard 3. But yeah, I have the Saradomin pet and the Bandos pet. We're still missing the Armadillo pet at 4,700 kills, and we don't have the Zamorak pet either. But go figure, I do think the Zamorak pet is cool, so I would love to get him, but we only have 20 kills left to go. We're still missing him as well as the Staff of the Dead. Are we gonna get it? Probably not, but we are going to get another Zamorak hilt, and you love to see it because that is another 28 million GP to the price check. And also, I do want to say, if you heard any weird things in the background during this video, there's just a lot of thunder outside right now, so apologize for that. But either way, we continue on here. We're going to do one more trip. Looking at the bank tab, we have 6 hard clue caskets that we're going to be opening after the price check, but we still have time to get another spear, you know, maybe get that staff, you never know. But 1,000 kill count, that's a huge accomplishment on my side. I never thought I would get that at Zamorak. I remember in 2014, I ran in here clueless with a blowpipe and full blessed d'hide, and I got 1 kill trip. It took me about 22 sharks, and I got a Zamorak spear on my very first kill. You just don't forget things like that, and I started by saying in this video at the very beginning that Zamorak's always been generous to me, and it's true, even since day 1, even 10 years ago. Wow, that was 10 years ago. That's crazy to think about. And speaking of the number 10, it looks like after this death here and a return trip, as well as a medium clue scroll that we have to do, we are now done with 10 hours of soloing Zamorak. 210 kills. I didn't want to stop at exactly 1,000. I wanted to do an additional 10 kills just to motivate me to get back there sooner rather than later, because I do want to complete the collection log here. I would love to complete the whole God Wars Dungeon collection log one day, but yeah, let's go ahead and price check everything, guys. We got an elite clue as well to open. All right, so let's see what we get here. These are all the normal drops as well as 1.6 mil in GP. So the overall loot, 3.3 mil if we round up by about 48k. Now let's go ahead and bank all of that and bring out the rares. We got 1 Godsword Shard 2, 2 Godsword Shard 3s, and 2 Zamorak spears, with the highlight of the video being 2 Zamorak hilts. Insanely lucky to get 2 of those. 55.5 mil is what it is shown as the price, but that is not accurate. So let's just go ahead and go to the Grand Exchange to sell everything and see what the actual price is of these hilts. I didn't expect to run into difficulty while trying to sell the hilt, and I didn't want to lose much money, so I wanted to just go ahead and buy the Godsword blades for the hilt so that I can just create 2 Zamorak Godswords and sell them because they have a tendency to buy more than the hilt does. So let's go ahead and put it in for 28.5 mil. This Zamorak Godsword went up so much in the last 6 months, and really happy about that. Makes Zamorak much more worthwhile. So the overall loot from this one, guys, 69.4 mil. Looking at the collection log, we added to it, but we did not complete it, but that's okay. Let's now open up the clue scrolls. All right, so we have a medium. Got nothing from that, but we're almost at 1,500 mediums. Now for the hards, we got 200k, a master clue. We will attempt to do that at the end, of course. Following that, just a couple of average rewards. Where's my third age? Will today be the day? And from the elite clue, 85k. So I tried to get the master completed, but there was a step that, well, we're not going to talk about that. Either way, 1 mil made from the clues, which means we made 70 million GP profit, guys. All it took was 10 hours, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, Zamorak is very challenging. I'm I'm not the best at certain bosses, and that's definitely one that I do struggle with, but look at how much it paid off. So I hope this motivates you out there. If you're, wanting to do a boss, but it just sucks and you don't enjoy it, try it out. You might make some money and it might be worth all that hassle. Well, that's about it for today, guys. Thank you so much to the YouTube channel members, with a special shout out to LettuceAttak, DeceptionZ, and xXzoticx. If you want to help support the channel further, every download of that raid Shadow Legends link, sponsor below, helps me out tremendously. I know you guys have seen them everywhere for 5 years now, but they do help support the channel, so thank you in advance for that. And I'll see you guys in a few days with a new loot video. I'm unsure yet what it's going to be, but it'll be something good. Until then, Mr. No Sleep, out.